news because it was a hard stretch. I mean, to lose those 3 opening games. I do think not having time to recover, I think it's nice. I think when you have a hard loss, it's nice to have the next day to at least regroup and have a conversation with your team and refocus, and we didn't have that. It was kind of just a consecutive game, 2 back-to-back tough ones, and then with rain on Thursday, we were back at it on Friday. So it never really felt like we had the chance to recover. I think the positives are what came afterwards that you don't always know if you're going to have it, is that this group, well, it was a far from ideal week last week, they're very good at adapting. So they're listening to what the feedback is from the coaches. They're making the adjustments to the game that we need them to. So it was very encouraging to watch kind of where we were unfolding last week and then the game versus Souhegan this week.
It was a really tough week for us, so I just did not want another loss under our belt. I wanted to push through and have a win.
Nice ball!
Response, unlike the other ones where we kind of like give up after they shoot on us the first time. I think we kept going with it, and I think coming out of that we were even more intense, and I think that really played off in the end, leaving us with that tie.
So I just feel like with this team especially, we get really down once there is 1 goal scored on us, and that is so important that we can't do that. But like, we just get so down and we're negative and we're like, oh, we can't get back, but like, we definitely can, and we just get in our heads like we have the ability. But I don't think that was the case yesterday. We really wanted to win because Souhegan's a really good team, and we've fought against them so many times and they've always beat us, but this time it was different.
I was definitely nervous just because I don't think we've had a game where we could get an offensive rhythm going since the first one. So to have control and then to get scored on, I was definitely concerned about whether or not we would mentally stay with it, but they responded perfectly. And I think that within the next transitions, they were able to get back into our offensive end and start to make, again, create dangerous opportunities.
Good ball! Come on! Here we go! Keep going, keep going! That's a nice send, Grace! Yes!
Circle play we really need to work on, since we did have so many opportunities. We were able to get the rebound off and keep on putting in shots on goal. Just we need to finish it, push through and finish it. And once it did come out of the circle and come back to our defensive end, it was really tough because we all had to sprint back since we were all pushed deep into the circle. So I think if we fix that, then I think the goals will just keep
Definitely our circle play when we're doing on our offensive side, we definitely just need to keep like fighting and fighting, because once that ball gets out, we kind of stop and we don't keep playing. We're trying to like waiting for those mids to come in and send it, but we need to go after the ball more and keep shooting.
Come on, White, that's a good ball. Finish!
Got this, Goffstown.
Send it! Follow! Come on! More pressure!
Yeah, that usually is what happens, like even during scrimmages and our Sanborn game. Once we get that goal, we just get like hungrier for like more and more goals, and I think that really did help us for the rest of the game.
Yeah, right when Max scored that goal, we knew we had this. We were gonna fight and keep fighting until the end. And
It was amazing. I was like, obviously at the other end of the field, but I was like, yes, oh my God, because I was just so excited. I was like, we can definitely come back from this. Now we're tied. Like, as long as we get the ball rolling, like, we'll be fine. We get that one, we get the second one. But, I mean, we just couldn't put it in the second time. We were close, though. A lot of
I mean, they were excited, especially this group. They celebrate each other very well, so they were definitely excited for Michaela. And yes, I think whether they realize it or not subconsciously, it is nice to see that your hard work is like ending up into what you need in a game, not just something that we're practicing and then we're falling short of when we get to the game, but for them to have actively been working on creating those opportunities on our offensive end and being able to finish was a big piece for us. So, and it's just a game changer. It being down one and being level is two different feels in a game, and for those girls, I think at that point too, we felt like we were starting to have momentum in the game, so to be able to score and now feel like we were constantly applying pressure, I just think it was more I was watching them generate the confidence that I wanted to see from them on the field.
Keep going, pressure goes down! Too close, yes, Shan! Good try. Get there, go down, pressure! Kayla, shoot! Quick release, come on, follow, yes! Go again! Who's there, Goffstown? Stay on her! You got it! Nice! Yes, pressure, Goffstown! Pressure! Yes!
I thought it was amazing. I actually thought it went in, to be quite honest, and then when I saw like the little ball like out of the corner of my eye, I was like, oh my God. I was just so happy. I was so proud of Mackenzie. She's been doing amazing this season, and I think all of her like dynamics and being able to dive and just stop the ball, as many times as she can. I'm just so grateful for it.
I don't want to take the chance because there's not a lot of time left. So if I go in and I get the wrong angle with my foot pad, then it's gonna mess up everything. So I was like, I think it might just be easier if I slide on my knees and then dive with it, because I can have it with me, but I'll have to get it out fast so that it won't be a stroke. So I was like, best decision, just dive, get it, have it around me so I feel comfortable, and then just let it out, and it worked.
It. I think it's really exciting. It's so fun because there's the 7 of us, and there's 6 field players, and I think that it's just fun being able to go wherever. There's no set position, so you can move up the field and then you have to drop back. But it's definitely kind of scary when it comes back on the defensive side. But we also have all those subs on the sideline, so it's easy to pick right back up.
It was more spread out. It was exciting. Definitely on the sidelines, everyone cheering and everything. It was crazy. We definitely looked better spacing because there's less people, but it went well.
It is very nerve-wracking because I always say it get back, but I mean, in the event that they can't get back, what happened yesterday, I just have to take it into my own hands. So I just have to do whatever's best, and being aggressive is the best thing that you could do, and just trying to go up, because I'm in all these pads and they're in basically nothing, so it's it's scary for them, but it's it works well for them. Thought immediately. I know her on a personal level, but she was just so aggressive, and I was like, well, I need to be more like that. And she was just had these amazing clears, and I thought she was doing great. But I was like, if I come out more like that, it'll scare Souhegan, and that's what happened. So they didn't score. I came out, and it was a one-on-one, and I came out and I saved it with my foot. And
Mac is just pretty incredible on a lot of levels, but we were kind of going through what every person's job responsibility was in that final stretch of the second half and going in overtime, and I just was like, Mac, nothing. I don't want anything to get by you. And it's an easy thing to say, but then I felt like she played like it. She played with that kind of grit and determination that you can only hope for in your players, and that energy and fierceness in which she was playing her position, I think then generated that same intensity from her teammates. And you need that from your leaders. You need that from your best players. And Mac is a phenomenal leader, but she's also a great athlete, and she played really well yesterday.
It was close. She did really good. She came out. She was ready for it. And we just had to keep fighting. Every time we had to keep getting those chances on her shots.
So I was in the back, and like I just wanted to be up there because I just wanted to get it right in. I think that we could have definitely gotten a bunch of goals on that, but it's hard when the rest of their team is all the way back defending us. So.
Incredible, because we've always kind of had struggles with Souhegan. We've always really not scored often, or we haven't really done well defensively. But to get like a 1-1 even in OT, like it really boosted our confidence, because we went in not completely sure what was going to happen, but then when we noticed, we were like, oh, like this is nice, like the turf is really good, and like our passes were connecting, and we were looking up, and everything was really flowing really good. And I think that was the start of like us really connecting.
So I think that it is frustrating. I wish that we could have won the game, but a tie is better than losing, I guess. But we could have definitely had more goals coming out of that. So I think at the end of it, we all felt confident, because coming out of that 3-game loss, I think coming out of that, we were definitely more confident in our playing, and I think it's just like the beginning of hopefully a winning streak.
After yesterday, even though we tied, it felt like a win to me. We played the best game we've ever played in years, I feel like. So I think just knowing that and knowing what we can do as a team all together will definitely carry us very far.
I don't think we're in a position where we can take anybody lightly, but I don't think anybody can argue that we just saw probably some of our toughest competition in the last week. So I think yesterday's game, to be able to come back, even the score, to play well, and I think it's unfortunate because I think we had opportunities where we could have put the game away, and we fell short on that. I think that is good momentum going into this next stretch of 9 games, because I think we're going to be far more competitive with the teams that we're playing. I think we're going to be able to improve on the things that have been weaknesses in the last week. So I'm excited to see this group just step it up and keep improving. And I think if we can just really continue to create those opportunities in circle and finish them, the games are going to be a lot more fun and probably fall a little bit more in our favor.